This Sheriff Todd K. Baxter is a document that you have received. Registered mail, return, receipt. Todd K. Baxter, Sheriff, 130 South Plymouth Avenue, Rochester, New York, 14616. This correspondence includes 1. A Freedom of Information Law document that demands the cost of a surveillance device you will fix to the building at 2025 Penfield Road to monitor my movements. 2. A Freedom of Information Law document that demands the public employee payroll for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County Jail. 3. A June 29, 2019 email to you about the consecrated cement of the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. 4. A June 29, 2019 email to you about the individuals walking on the consecrated cement of the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. None are arrested by your fellow fanatics. A June 18th email to Lori Broccolo and Albert Broccolo about your new employee, Steve Desmond. 6. A June 17th email to you about the surveillance device that you expended taxpayer dollars to purchase for who? Me. My sentence-by-sentence response to the disgusting warrant for my arrest, written by Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer. 5. Fired Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer. 8. A May 12, 2019 letter to you about the individuals walking on the consecrated cement of the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. 9. A June 9, 2018 letter to you describing the violent assault on my life by your corrupt public employee, Andrew Reale. 10. A letter to the Penfield Town Board about geriatric fascist stooge John P. Lomenzo Jr. Have a nice day. Christopher Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, Penfield, New York. Now, here is the receipt. That's the receipt. And Kathleen Miller signed this. Thank you, Kathleen, sweetheart, as I copied you on this. Now, this is what you have received. Todd the Fascist Stooge. Right here, I'll show it to you. That's called a Freedom of Information Law document. I hereby apply to inspect, obtain a copy of the following records. The cost of a surveillance device purchased with taxpayer dollars by Monroe County Sheriff Todd K. Baxter and affixed to a building at 2025 Penfield Road to monitor if Christopher Chichester at 26 Sanders Farm Drive walks through the parking lot next to the building. All right, now I sent this on July 6th. Got that? The next document. The public employee payroll for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County Jail. July 6, 2019. You are a public employee. You exist with taxpayer dollars. And there's no response from you. At all. 0. All right. This is an email I sent to you on June 29, 2019. The procession tonight in the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. This is sent to Michael Radler, W. Tadeo, S. Alberti, and K. Miller. I copied this to Neeraj Shah and Elliot Roth, Nancy Dooley, Rebecca Kurlak. Neeraj Shah is the one coming to your office dungeon with his false police report about how I transformed him into a V for victim by walking through the parking lot for the 4,000th plus time. And Nancy Dooley is this Consumer Insights whack job who's calling you to my house because I went to walk my dog one day. Her car pulls out from her cult parking lot. She stops. She's staring at me. I say to her, what the fuck are you looking at? Fuck you. And that gets you to my house. Me saying, what the fuck are you looking at? Fuck you. And I have 2 of your deputy fascist stooges in my house, in my face, telling me how to talk and how I shouldn't say fuck you to her. You're supervising my speech here in Monroe County. Todd the Fascist Stooge. You see, when I call you Todd the Fascist Stooge, it's not hyperbole. Because if you're coming to my house to tell me how to fucking talk, you're a fascist stooge. And Elliot Roth, this is the guy who is the chief executive whack job at Consumer Insights. And that's the building that you put the surveillance device on to monitor if, in fact, I walk through the parking lot for the 4,000th time. And I'm ridiculing you in this email as East Germany Todd because the former East Germany was a surveillance state. They had cameras everywhere. All right? So I will now read this email to you. Todd K. Baxter, East Germany. Tonight will be a big night for individuals walking on the consecrated cement of the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. Do you know what is going to happen tonight in Penfield, East Germany, Todd? I will tell you as you loosen your bullets with Lily von Stupp at your Stade Stinkendienst. That is your state security service. Beginning at 6 p.m. at Harris Whalen Park, the 2019 Independence Day celebration begins for the town of Penfield. This event certifies that individuals will be walking on the divine concrete that you and your fellow whack jobs supervise in Penfield. Take a guess how you can confirm these individuals will walk on the immaculate collection of your concrete, East Germany, Todd. You expended taxpayer dollars to buy a surveillance device and affix it atop the Consumer Insights Cult at 2025 Penfield Road, East Germany, Todd. For me. You expended taxpayer dollars to buy that device for who, East Germany, Todd? Me, baby. How many of these innocent Americans will be arrested tonight? Not a single one. But if I join this procession to or from Harris Whalen Park, your six fanatics are in a frenzy to violate my civil and constitutional rights. The Independence Day event will transform sick and demented Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah into a V for victim multiple times because citizens in the United States of America, which is not your home country of East Germany, Todd, will be walking to and from the park. Over and over tonight, these individuals will walk upon your sanctified cement. I know you want to sing Sanctify Yourself by Simple Minds thinking about it, but focus on my language that ridicules your pathetic existence. Capiche? Ask your office wall photograph of Benito Mussolini for the definition of capiche. Where is Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer? She should write multiple arrest warrants for every single one of these people placing 2 feet on your celestial concrete, but that will not happen. Why? Because none are me. Since I will be at this July 4 event, I won't provide you with an official count for the number of individuals walking on the sacramental purity of your concrete that I traversed 4,000 times, no longer allowed to traverse. Unlike the 17.9 million New Yorkers that can place 2 feet on your apostolic ground. Stop the presses, East Germany, Todd. A man and a woman just walked through the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot at 2:16 p.m. Did you see these 2 individuals commit this war crime on your surveillance device? Will Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer run down Penfield Road after this man and woman? She'll crash land on her face just like she did in my backyard. Why can't your fellow whack jobs remain upright? You, East Germany, stop the presses again. It is 2:21 p.m. 3 people just walked on the holiness of your parking lot. Did you see these 3 individuals on your surveillance state camera? Are you outside now screaming at these individuals, Neeraj Shah? Are you losing your mind, Neeraj, baby? Go crazy all night long. You have empowered these disgusting and appalling cretins at Consumer Insights and the Shah Law Firm to destroy the normality of my life. You have targeted me as an innocent American with the force of your office that is an abridgment of my humanity and dignity. You are a corrupt and fanatical presence that deserves the attention of the New York State Legislature. I'm supposed to allow these appalling specimens to violate my dignity. I'm supposed to shut up about this behavior. I'm supposed to not utter a single fucking syllable about it and like it. Isn't that right, East Germany, Todd? In the 30 years since I was honorably discharged as a 22-year-old Sergeant E5 from 2nd Squadron, 17th Cavalry, 101st Airborne Division, Air Assault, Fort Campbell, Kentucky, the number of times I am arrested is 0. When I told my 78-year-old mother I was arrested in a sickening display for standing in the corner of your parking lot, she cried. This is what you're doing to me, and that is why I attack your nauseating existence in Monroe County with the ferocity that it deserves. You will continue to hear from me relentlessly. Resign. Chris Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, Penfield, New York. Email, June 27, 2019, 8:55 p.m., Todd K. Baxter, East Germany. At 8:16 p.m., a man and a woman placed 2 feet on the sanctity of the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. Both were wearing jeans and T-shirts. Do you know how you can verify this activity, East Germany, Todd? You expended taxpayer dollars to buy a surveillance device and affix it atop the Consumer Insights Cult at 2025 Penfield Road, East Germany, Todd. For me. That device atop this pathetic cult on Penfield Road is for me. Are you sending your 6 badge-wearing, gun-carrying Barney Fife jokes to arrest this man and woman? East Germany, Todd. Are you sending your 6 extremists to affix handcuffs to this man and woman? Is Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer going to chase after this man and woman and crash land on her face like she crash landed on her face in my backyard dirt? Where are you, East Germany Todd? Get here now, baby. This man and woman have transformed sick and demented Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah into a V for victim. You won't arrest this man and woman, East Germany Todd. You won't arrest this man and woman because you know why, East Germany Todd. Take a guess why, East Germany Todd. I'll give you 10 seconds to think, East Germany Todd. I know you were told there would be no math, East Germany Todd, but I will count to 10 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your 10 seconds are up, East Germany Todd. The reason why you will not arrest this man and woman, East Germany Todd, is because this man and woman are not who? Me, baby, Chris Chichester. When did my 14th Amendment right to equal protection of the laws vanish in Penfield, New York, East Germany Todd? When did my constitutional and civil rights in Penfield get smashed to pieces, East Germany Todd? Fuck you, East Germany Todd. Pardon fucking me. Did I fucking swear? I fucking apologize, East Germany Todd. You must send your fellow East Germany whack jobs to my house to tell me how to fucking talk. I'll know you arrived when your 6 badge-wearing, gun-carrying, Bonnie-fight jokes are standing on my front lawn. It is now 8:35 p.m. I will now walk through the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot for the 4,000th time to your Wegmans Food Market's headquarters. It is your headquarters at 2157 Penfield Road because you always have 2 of your badge-wearing, gun-carrying, Bonnie-fight jokes sitting alongside the building, doing nothing. Come to my house and arrest me. You won't arrest a single human being for walking on the consecrated cement of the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. Only me. Fuck you, East Germany Todd. Oh, excuse me. Instead of sending 2 of you East Germany whack jobs to my house to tell me how to fucking talk, you should send 4. Because I told you to fuck off twice. How do you like them apples, East Germany Todd? Where is your public employee payroll, East Germany Todd? I have demanded your public employee payroll 18 times via Freedom of Information Law document. 18 times you refuse to comply with the law. The sheriff of Monroe County, that is you, East Germany Todd, refuses to comply with the law. I love it. Good night. I'll email you tomorrow about the individuals walking in the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot that transformed Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah into a V for victim. Get the psychiatric help you require immediately, Layla Kumar and Neeraj. It is easy to achieve. Ask East Germany Todd for the name of his psychiatrist. Chris Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, Penfield, New York. Excuse me, Todd. Can you say, please, you talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Then who the hell are you? Are you talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? That, East Germany Todd, is a fictional psychopath, Travis Bickle. You are a non-fictional psychopath. Email, June 29, 2019 at 11:32 p.m. Subject, the surveillance device that monitors the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot post Harris Whalen fireworks. Todd K. Baxter, Sheriff, East Germany. It is 10:40 p.m. on June 29th, the United States of America. It's the country you live in, East Germany, Todd. I just returned from the fireworks at Harris Whalen Park. I noticed your multiple deputy fascist stooges at the park for the fireworks because of all the criminals planning upcoming criminal acts with Harris Whalen and Company. I will now narrate the individuals that placed 2 feet on the sanctified cement of the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot returning from the fireworks. You can confirm these individuals traversed the holiness of your concrete because you installed a surveillance device atop the Consumer Insights cult at 2025 Penfield Road. For me. That device is for one New Yorker. Me. It should not take long for the first individuals to walk on your divine cement. Who the hell is this man and woman walking upon the sanctity of your parking lot at 10:49 p.m.? Did you see this man and woman on your surveillance device, East Germany, Todd? You must send your 6 fanatics to arrest this man and woman. It is 10:51 p.m. Who the hell is this man walking on the pristine pavement that only whack jobs Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah permitted to set 2 feet on? You must send your 6 deputy fascist stooges to arrest this man. It is 10:54. Who the hell is this man and woman violating a virginal cement with 4 feet and a bicycle? You must send your 6 deputy fascist stooges to arrest this man, woman, and bicycle. Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah now a V for victim because of this man, woman, and bicycle. It is 10:57 p.m. Who the hell is this man and woman walking on the library page of the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot? Did this man and woman receive permission from you, East Germany, Todd, your surveillance state, to walk on your ground-granulated blast furnace slag? It is 10:11:01 p.m. Who the hell is this man placing 2 feet on your consecrated concrete? Where are your 6 fanatics to arrest this man, East Germany, Todd? Not one of these individuals will be arrested because not one of these individuals is what is the name of that innocent American. Who is this person, East Germany, Todd? Me, baby. Excuse me, East Germany, Todd. Can you say, I love the smell of napalm in the morning? Now, that is fictional psychopath Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore in Apocalypse Now. You are a non-fictional psychopath, Todd. Email, June 20th, 2019, 9:53 p.m. Subject, falsely reporting an incident. Consumer Insights and the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. This is addressed to Nancy Dooley at consumerinsights.com. Copy to Michael Radler, W. Tadeo, S.L. Birdie. And it's also copied to Whack Job, Neeraj Shah, Elliot Roth, Rebecca Kurlak. On YouTube, Kathleen Miller, sweetheart. And I love how you sign it for all my documents and doing nothing. Like, where the hell's your payroll, Kathleen, baby? Nancy Dooley, Consumer Insights, 2025 Penfield Road, Penfield, New York, 14526. I'll refresh your memory about your disgusting contribution to this assault on my life by Sheriff Stooge Todd K. Baxter because you are at its apotheosis. I walk my wonderful little guy for the 4,000th time on land that runs alongside my residence to reach the land behind my residence. Layla Kumar Shah and Neeraj Shah don't own the land alongside behind my residence because these 2 whack jobs don't possess the required document to prove ownership. That La Land document is attached. As I am walking on this strip of land next to my house, you are backing away from your cult parking lot in your car. You stop. I'm standing on this land with my wonderful little guy. Nothing is happening. You don't drive away. In fact, you're bizarrely staring at me and my wonderful little guy. As your cult is responsible for Sheriff Stooge Baxter descending on my residence like I'm harboring Lee Harvey Oswald, I have zero patience for your fanaticism. You continue to stare at me and my dog. I'm looking at you and thinking you require long-term mental health treatment. You still don't simply do what? Drive away to reach your destination to go berserk for the night. I have zero tolerance for your surveillance state cult. And I say, what the fuck are you looking at? Fuck you. As you drive away, you conclude this language is a war crime. Because less than 60 minutes later, I hear a knock on my door. Knock, knock, Chris. It's the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, gun-carrying, badge-wearing, Barney Fife jokes. I open it and I see a male and female. I was surprised either is wearing a black hood and carrying a scythe. I let them in. And I walk to the center of my living room. As I turn around, this male deputy fascist stooge is approximately 12 inches from my nose. He followed me to the center of my living room to position himself for jumping the shark, the conversation. Baxter, deputy fascist stooge. What did you say to the woman in the car? Chris Chichester. I said, what the fuck are you looking at? Fuck you. Just like I'll say, what the fuck are you looking at? Fuck you. Baxter, deputy fascist stooge. Don't swear at me. The Baxter, deputy fascist stooge, hammer and sickling my speech, demands to know my speech. And then he directs me not to use the language I used in front of your demented countenance, Nancy Dooley. Lunatic fringe, Todd. You called the Monroe County Sheriff's Office to my house because I hurt your precious little feelings with profanity, Nancy Dooley. What exactly did you say to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office when you called? What is the language that you communicated to these fanatics? As I now know the penal law in New York, I'm not aware of a crime committed as I tell you to fuck off while I'm standing with my wonderful little guy on land Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah of Crazy Town don't own. I use profanity. I don't give a fuck what you or anyone else thinks about it. This is called, wait for it, baby, exercising my First Amendment right. I recommend you visit U.S. Army Recruiting Company in Rochester at 16 East Main Street. The recruiter will explain profanity in the U.S. Army, especially how the MPs don't descend to your barracks for telling one of your fellow soldiers to fuck off. Stop the presses, Todd the fascist stooge. A deer just ran through the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot at 9:50 p.m. The deer has transformed Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah to V for victim. You must send your 6 fanatics to arrest this deer. If I require consumer insight into the price of Orbit gum, I'll contact your cult. I know you must now return to your second job in stalking, Nancy Dooley. You received this email because I explained your disgusting behavior to my attorneys as I move forward. Christopher Chichester, 26 Senators from Drive, Penfield, New York. P.S. Not that, Nancy. New York Consolidated Laws Penal Law, PEN 240-50, falsely reporting an incident in the third degree. A person is guilty of falsely reporting an incident in third degree when, knowing the information reported, conveyed, or circulated to be false or baseless, he or she, 1, initiates, circulates false report or warning of an alleged occurrence or impending occurrence of a crime, catastrophe, emergency under circumstances in which it is not unlikely that public alarm or inconvenience will result, or 1, reports by word or action to an official, quasi-official agency or organization having the function of dealing with emergencies involving danger to life or property, an alleged occurrence or impending occurrence of a catastrophe emergency which did not in fact occur and does not in fact exist. You understand that, Nancy Dooley? Did not in fact occur and does not in fact exist. Copy 2, Michael Radler, W. Taylor, K. Miller, S.R. Birdie, Neeraj Shah, Elliot Roth, Rebecca Kurlak. Excuse me, Todd the Fascist Stooge, can you please say, I despise Keith Hernandez? That's fictional psychopath Newman. You are a non-fictional psychopath, Todd. Email, June 18, 2019, 7:52 a.m. Lori Broccolo Tree and Lawn Care. Albert Broccolo Tree and Lawn Care. I emailed this communication to you about the assault on my constitutional and civil rights by Sheriff Todd K. Baxter because your disgusting employee, Steve Desmond, is this guy. Quote, I will tell you about that day. Here comes this toothless tractor rider. I go outside. I tell this dental emergency. He's cutting grass. Shah don't own. I'm outside for all of 30 seconds as I'm standing on Sanders Farm Drive with my 2 feet next to the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. I see a man behind him on his phone. He's on his phone because he's calling your office dungeon. He's calling your 6 fanatics to my house. He's calling you, Todd the Fascist Stooge, because you were setting me up to be arrested in your psychotic 1984, end quote. Your pathetic, toothless employee continues to cut grass alongside my residence for Elliot Roth of Consumer Insights and Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah, the Shah Law Firm. Shah and Roth do not own this land because each does not have the required documentation. Tell your pathetic, toothless tractor rider to stay the hell off the land next to my house. And tell your demented, quote, senior lawn and tree technician, end quote, Steve Desmond, to visit a doctor and obtain the appropriate psychiatric treatment he desperately requires. Christopher Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, Penfield, New York, 14526. Excuse me, Todd the Fascist Stooge, can you please say, you know, Mr. Gorbachev, that guy that ran Russia for so long, I'm a firm believer he would still be in power if he had that ugly purple thing taken off his head. That Todd the Fascist Stooge is fictional psychopath Suzanne Stone Moretto. You are a non-fictional psychopath. You got that? Todd K. Baxter. Fascist Stooge, 955 Panorama Trail, Rochester, New York, 14626. I respond to the disgusting CR number 18-075105 written by your appalling fellow fascist stooge, Deputy Meyer. I've corrected it for the facts, for the truth. You have orchestrated an assault on my constitutional and civil rights by an extremist you employ and financed by the taxpayers of New York. Quote, on the above dated approximately 1440 hours, I responded to the above location for the report of a male trespassing, end quote. Trespassing. It is a lie. This is not Oak Hill Country Club at midnight. I've made the same wall for 7 years. I've lived at 26 Sanders Farm Drive in Penfield. I passed the same individuals. It is routine. It is ordinary. Since you and your deputy fascist stooge Meyer are targeting me, you must target every single individual making such a walk because 14th Amendment. Does your demented brain understand equal protection of the laws? The document Shah claims establishes ownership of the land next to and behind my house is not an official document from the town of Penfield or Monroe County or the state of New York. It is not a title. It is nothing. This document from Shah has no identifying marker or notarization that indicates ownership. Do you understand that a facsimile is a concoction? Do you understand property ownership is proven by official issued documents of the local, state, or federal government? He highlighted what he thinks is his land. It looks like he did it with Crayola crayon. Tell me, why am I the only individual that has activated the fanaticism of Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah? Does each think I'm the only resident in Penfield or Monroe County walking on the consecrated cement of this parking lot? 20 plus individuals a day place feet on it. I encourage you to wash the feet of Shah and Shah to improve the quality of life for each when experienced this concrete. Quote, upon my arrival, I spoke with V. Shah, who stated that A. Chichester was on his property again today, even though he has been informed he's not allowed to be there, end quote. V equals victim. What a joke. I'll call George Orwell about the victim status of the long-suffering Shah. If he moves his Fortune 500 law firm to 1984, perhaps he will find the proper medical care for his delicate innermost cranial menace. Informed, you know how? By screaming. And I'll describe that spectacle. I moved to 26 Sanders Farm Drive in 2012 with my girlfriend Laura. For 6 years, I made this ordinary walk. I'll do the math for the big fascist brain on Todd. 6 times 365 equals 2,910. That is going to Wegmans. 6 times 365, 2,190. That is returning from Wegmans. The total, 4,380 times I've walked on the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. Why didn't you send your 6 deputy fascist stooges to my house for the first 100 times, or 500 times, or 1,000 times, or 2,000 times, or 3,000 times, or 4,000 times? I now know that in sick and delusional Baxter world, I was on a criminal rampage 4,000 times. I was shredding the laws of New York 4,000 times. I know you think I should be executed, Todd, the fascist stooge. Every single person walking through this parking lot one time must be arrested. Because if I am arrested, then everybody must be arrested, baby. You must station a deputy fascist stooge at its entrance on Sanders Farm Drive and its exit on Penfield Road to activate your Baxter berserk fall. Quote, Shah stated that he confronted A. Chichester today while he's sick on walking through the parking lot of the above address, and V. Shah stated that A. Chichester began to swear at him, told him he didn't care if he called the police, and displayed his middle finger at V. Shah. Now pay attention, Todd, the fascist stooge, while I explain the facts. I walked from the sidewalk on Penfield Road through the parking lot for the 4,000 times when I heard screaming. I looked behind me. I did not see V. Shah. V. Shah was going berserk in his car because I transformed him into a V for victim. Shah doesn't possess the decency to exit his vehicle and talk to me as a normal human being. Tell me, Todd, the fascist stooge, when you walk into your office dungeon at 677 Panorama Trail, do your fellow fascist stooges scream at you from inside the patrol vehicles? If this emotional collapse occurred, you would counsel the afflicted deputy fascist stooge. After polishing your office wall photograph of Benito Mussolini, of course. The exchange with Shah happened quickly, and I don't recall the language or extending my middle finger. But if I fucking swore at Neeraj fucking Shah, I certainly fucking apologize for hurting his precious little fucking feelings. If I extended my middle finger, you can see me extending my middle finger at you every single day on that surveillance device you spent taxpayer dollars to monitor my movements on the Consumer Insights building called the 2025 Penfield Road. I will break the First Amendment news to you, Todd, the fascist stooge. Swearing and extending a middle finger is, wait for it, legal. My dentist, Dr. Gloria Nichols, occupied this building before Shah. For a year, I passed Dr. Nichols, and she would extend the customary good morning or good afternoon or good evening. Because Dr. Nichols understands civility. Dr. Nichols comprehends she lives in the United States of America. This is the country you live in, Todd, the fascist stooge. Dr. Nichols saw the 20-plus individuals they walking through the parking lot. Dr. Nichols is not locked in a sick, demented break from reality like you and Shah. When it came time for me to visit the dentist, I decided on Dr. Nichols. She is still my dentist. Quote, Shah further stated that he sent A. Chichester a certified letter stating that he's not allowed to be on his property, that he's also... There has also been police contact after that date in which A. Chichester was reinforced by police that he's not allowed to be on V. Shah's property. Please see CR18020032 for further info. End quote. How was I reinforced? Did you shave my head, strap me to a wooden chair, plus a wet sponge inside a steel helmet and turn on the electricity, Todd, the fascist stooge? I encourage Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer to reinforce every individual in Monroe County walking in a parking lot. Tell her to go crazy when she's not crash landing on her face on my backyard dirt. This little certified letter included a piece of paper that purports to be Shah's quote property. Pay attention to these next 4 words, Todd the Fascist Stooge. It is not notarized. Why? Ask Shah how he claims ownership of a property without the required affidavit. Shah highlighted what he thinks is his property in orange. It is pathetic. Have you seen this document, Todd the Fascist Stooge? Did Shah present you with this document? He claims ownership of the land behind my house. Did you simply believe Shah when he claimed he owns the land? I will explain to you why this document is not notarized. Shah was sick the day law was taught at law school. This is what you must do, Todd the Fascist Stooge. Tell Shah to present you with the document that is notarized. Tell Shah to not highlight what he thinks is his land in pink highlighter like a child. Tell Shah to go to Real Property Tax Services at 304 County Office Building and obtain the notarized document. Without that documentation, Shah owns nothing behind my house. Capiche, baby? I received a certified letter from Neeraj Shah on behalf of Layla Kumar Shah. This incestuous, pathetic pair live in an alternate reality with Humbert. From the American Bar Association, Rule 1.7, conflict of interest. Except as provided in paragraph B, a lawyer shall not represent a client if the representation involves a concurrent conflict of interest. A concurrent conflict of interest exists if 1, the representation of one client will directly adversely affect another client, or 2, there is significant risk that the representation of one or more clients will be material limited by the lawyer's responsibilities to another client, a former client, or a third person, or by a personal interest of the lawyer. Shah representing Shah is a concurrent conflict of interest and a, quote, personal interest of the lawyer, end quote. I hope Shah and Shah build each other after going berserk thinking about my feet on the sacred concrete only Shah and Shah are permitted to traverse. If any single human being on planet Earth sets 1 foot on the sacred concrete, you, Todd the Fascist Stooge, must rush over to Shah's residence and take the report. 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, quote, no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction equal protection of the laws, end quote. Every single person walking through this parking lot 1 time must be arrested, Todd the Fascist Stooge, because if I'm arrested, then everybody must be arrested, baby. If you, Todd the Fascist Stooge, refuse to arrest every single person walking on the sanctified cement that Shah claims he owns, then you abridge my 14th Amendment right. Quote, upon my arrival, I spoke with V. Shah, who stated that H. Chichester was on his property again today, even though he has been informed that he's not allowed to be there. Quote, informed, this is the same lie. I was not, quote, informed he's not allowed to be there. Shah believes screaming at me inside his vehicle qualifies as informed. For the 4,000th time, I'm simply walking on cement. My feet have graced for 7 years. This is the same cement 20 plus other individuals have contact upon every single day and night. Do you comprehend this activity, Todd the Fascist Stooge? Why have you not arrested each and every one of these people? I can see every individual walking through this parking lot from my downstairs and upstairs windows. I frequently see a man and woman. The man is walking his dog. You need to direct V. Shah to file a police report on this man and woman. Each must be arrested and brought to your Monroe County Jail and handcuffed inside the cell so the toilet can't be reached like me. The dog is obviously transforming Shah into a V for victim. This dog has no heart. This dog is a rampaging degenerate. This dog is traumatizing V. Shah. Quote, he has been informed that he's not allowed to be there, end quote. I'll tell you how to inform an individual. You initiate a conversation, you talk. I attempted to conduct a conversation with Shah. He refused because he manipulates you and Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer to speak on his behalf. He doesn't possess the integrity and decency to talk because he believes in a police state. After he refused to speak with me, he called your office. And 2 of your Deputy Fascist Stooges are again at my door. One incident is particularly disgusting. I walked my dog on the land behind my house. His employee prisoner opened the window. She screamed. Screaming is the way one communicates in the demented universe of Shah. I did not understand a word from his hysterical, incoherent employee prisoner. 30 minutes later, Two of your deputy fascist stooges are in front of my house in two separate vehicles. Each is standing on my lawn. Next to your fellow fascist stooges is the animal control officer. He has a pole in his hand with a noose attached. This is a pole for a wild animal. My wonderful little guy weighs 12 pounds. These lunatics demanded I surrender my wonderful little guy. It is a vicious confrontation, and I told each I would have to be killed to surrender him. Quote, I spoke with S. Chichester and stated sick that he never received a map or, quote, title of the property and that he was on the property and will continue to walk through 2041 Penfield Road until he's shown title that proves that V. Shaw owns the land he claims he owns, end quote. That's right. Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer accidentally got it right. Todd the Fascist Stooge. Send me the official documents. I've also demanded a video of me standing on the edge of this parking lot 10 plus times. The fact that you refuse to send it to me confirms you are 1, guilty of destroying the video, 2, guilty of obstructing justice by withholding the video. Which crime are you committing, Todd the Fascist Stooge and Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer? Answer my foil. You refuse to send me the video because it is an indictment of your sleazy extra-constitutional attack on my rights. Quote, Shaw signed an information stating he wants A. Chichester arrested for being on his property again today. End quote. Sheriff Shaw wants me arrested. You have been replaced, Todd the Fascist Stooge. Where is the information he signed? Define, quote, and information, Todd the Fascist Stooge and Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer. Consult the dictionary in your hyperbaric oxygen chamber headquarters and look up an information. Because I don't know what the hell you're talking about with an information. I recommend The Elements of Style by E.B. White and William Strunk Jr. I'm delighted you concocted this information specifically for me. I'm ecstatic that you continue to go berserk with the creation of laughable documents. I'll order a supply of nitrous oxide for you and Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer whenever you encourage a fake victim to sign an information. Mail to my home address this ludicrous information. Do you understand? You will receive a Freedom of Information Law document. To produce this information, I will tell you in advance what you will do. You will refuse to send me this information signed by Shaw. I will predict your response to this communication. You will call your Deputy Fascist Stooges sitting in two vehicles parked beside Wegmans at 2157 Penfield Road. Your Deputy Fascist Stooges are in these two vehicles because of the murderers, rapists, arsonists, and other degenerates in the Danny and Colleen Wegman crime family. You will order them to my house. Quote, warrant advised, end quote. A warrant for my arrest by Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer is an appalling abuse of power and a disgusting reaffirmation that you must be removed from office by the state legislature in Albany. These are the crime statistics in Rochester for 2017. The numbers are a likely indicator of the criminal acts occurring in the city as you read this language. Murders, 43. Rapes, 161. Robberies, 670. Assaults, 971. Burglaries, 1,475. Thefts, 5,673. Auto theft, 664. Arson, 101. Those numbers represent criminal behavior, Todd the Fascist Stooge and Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer. This is criminal behavior you are responsible for preventing and controlling. This is criminal behavior that has real identifiable victims rather than your phony, laughable V. Shaw. I hope V. Shaw obtains the appropriate psychiatric counseling and medication for this pathetic victim status you concocted for him. It is 7:15 a.m. I am finished with this writing, and it is time for my morning run. I'll walk outside and communicate with you via your camera. You spent taxpayer dollars on the Jonestown Consumer Insights at 2025 Penfield Road to buy a camera specifically for my star appearances to detect if I place one big toe in the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. I will stand in front of your camera, raise both fists, and extend a single finger from each fist. You will hear from me relentlessly. Christopher Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, Penfield, New York, 14526. Todd K. Baxter, Sheriff, Rockridge. It is 10 a.m. on Sunday, May 12, 2019, in the United States of America. It's the country you live in, Todd the Fascist Stooge. 4 people have walked through the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot this morning already. I know you were told there would be no math, but I'll count to 4 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of these individuals will be arrested? Send your 6 Deputy Fascist Stooges to arrest these individuals because each one of these serial lawbreakers have now transformed Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah into a V for victim. I'll wait for Deputy Fascist Stoogemeyer to run after these individuals and crash land on her face like she did in my backyard dirt. Todd the Fascist Stooge. Deputy Fascist Stoogemeyer, how did Deputy Fascist Stoogemeyer enjoy wallowing in my backyard dirt? Throughout the day, 10 plus individuals will walk through and upon the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. Not one will be arrested. If I walk through upon the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot, I'll be arrested despite the fact that I walked through and upon it for 7 years when Dr. Gloria Nichols was in the building at 2041 Penfield Road. She is my dentist. I walked through and upon your Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot with my girlfriend Laura. We moved to this house at 26 Youngers Farm Drive in 2012. I live alone now. But beautiful, perfect Laura can still walk through the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot, and she won't be arrested. If I walk through the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot, I'll be arrested. And does the 14th Amendment right to equal protection of the laws generate a thought in your fascist stooge cranium, Todd the Fascist Stooge? You can confirm I walk through the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot because you installed a camera on the Consumer Insights building cult next to my house. That camera is for me and only me. You spent taxpayer dollars to purchase and install a surveillance device for me. Do you know how I discovered that fact, Todd the Fascist Stooge? I began to walk through the parking lot for the 4,000th time when Elliot Roth is outside. This aspiring John Hinckley Jr. nutjob tells me, you're going to be arrested. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. That is because you installed the camera, and he knows you installed the camera, Todd the Fascist Stooge. Roth knows I will be arrested before I know I will be arrested because you told him. I hope Roth enjoys staring at his office wall poster of Jodie Foster. It's the same poster you have in your office, Todd the Fascist Stooge. Roth has also filmed me walking my wonderful little guy with his phone. Yeah, that's real normal. When I walk my dog, it is not a war crime, Elliot. Pay attention to this next language, Todd the Fascist Stooge. I walked my Shih Tzu on the land behind my house for 7 years. I adopted my wonderful little guy from Lollipop Farm Humane Society. You must establish character to adopt. It includes an interview. One day the window opens from the Shaw Law Firm. A woman is screaming at me. I don't understand a word from this lunatic because of the distance. 1 hour later, 2 of your Monroe County Sheriff's vehicles are at my house with 3 of your fascist stooges outside. A 3rd vehicle is here. It is the animal control officer. He has a pole in his hand with a noose on it. Yes, a noose. My wonderful little guy weighs 12 pounds. Is this animal control officer planning to wrap that noose around his neck? That is what I'm thinking because my wonderful little guy is not a what? Wait for it, wild animal. It is a vicious confrontation. I told you fascist stooges I would have to be killed to surrender my wonderful little guy. It is witnessed by 2 of my neighbors. My neighbors can now verify your disgusting and appalling existence in Monroe County. Todd the Fascist Stooge. Pay attention to this next language because I will write it in uppercase and bold. Nairaj and Layla Kumar Shah do not own the land alongside and behind my house. That is because these sick individuals you have empowered to destroy my life, character, integrity do not possess the documents to prove ownership of the land alongside and behind my house. Did you receive the pathetic document Shah sent to me that each claims is the document that verifies ownership? It is a joke. It is a concoction. It is a tax, Todd, baby. I called Monroe County Real Property Tax Services. There is no record of land ownership by Nairaj and Layla Kumar Shah for the land alongside or behind my house where I once walked my dog. This tax document Shah mailed to me is not a document that proves land ownership. How do you like them apples, Todd the Fascist Stooge? Pardon me, Todd the Fascist Stooge. You know what time it is now? It is time for one of your inmates to escape from Monroe County Jail. You are such an incompetent, you can't prevent your inmates from escaping. Even 19-year-old pregnant inmate Aaliyah Burden. If she escaped and remained free and gave birth, you would have been responsible for 2 escapees, Todd the Fascist Stooge. I'll tell you where you can find me every day at 7 a.m. I walk outside for my a.m. run. I stand in front of the camera. I raise both fists. I extend a single finger from each fist. Can you guess what I'm telling you? Todd the Fascist Stooge. I know you were busy today. After your AM meeting where you discuss obstruction of justice, you must prepare your deputy fascist stooges for another day of violating the rights of innocent New Yorkers like me. The preparation that will assist your fanatics for this day is the nose honk, face slap, and eye poke. I have previously instructed you in the proper technique for the nose honk, face slap, and eye poke. on your Facebook page because I am your Facebook friend, Todd the Fascist Stooge. Now, for the nose honk, Todd the Fascist Stooge. You grab the nose of your fascist stooge like this, okay? You grab his nose, right? You raise your right hand up like this. As you hold the nose of your fascist stooge, you bring your right hand down on top of your left hand like that, and then you release his nose with your thumb and your forefinger like that. That's the nose honk. Now, for the eye poke, you got your pinky finger here, right? You got your forefinger here. You hold your finger in your 2 fingers like this, and you go like that. Now, you don't actually eject 2 eyeballs because your fascist stooges do need to see when they're violating the rights of innocent New Yorkers like me. Now, the face slap. Do I have to explain the face slap to you? All right? Either back or front, okay? Call me if you have any questions. You know, your fascist stooges, they could get here in 2 minutes from your Wegmans headquarters if they have questions about the nose honk, face slap, or eye poke. Now, where is the video of me? It was on the phone of your deputy fascist stooge when you descended on my residence to violate my civil and constitutional rights. I have mailed and emailed you a FOIL 50 plus times for the video. Ask Michael Radler for it. The video number is ICN 1-809-951-609. That is the number I obtained when I came to your office dungeon on Panorama Trail. Mail to my home address listed below. That video, Todd the Fascist Stooge. Come to my house, arrest me, baby. Go crazy, Todd the Fascist Stooge. Christopher Chichester, 2600 Farm Drive, Penfield, New York. P.S. At 9:25 a.m., a woman wearing a New England Patriots jacket walked through your Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot. As the New England Patriots are a collection of sociopaths, this is the official team of your Monroe County Sheriff's Office. Was she arrested, Todd the Fascist Stooge? You know the answer. Todd K. Baxter, Sheriff, Monroe County. On June 7th, I'm at PW Fitness. I'm at the back of the gym performing 3 sets of 10 repetitions on the bench press. I paused for 30 seconds between each repetition. I completed the second repetition. Jermaine Benman walked up to me. I'm sitting up. He stared at me for approximately 10 seconds. He said nothing. He motioned with his right hand from right to left. I understood this absurd lack of communication from this character as get off the machine or else. I told Benman I'll be 30 seconds. Benman approached and placed his finger on my face below my left eye. He pressed his fingernail into my skin. I slapped his hand away with my right hand. My action is the justifiable action a citizen takes when a thug attempts intimidation, when a thug invades your personal space. Benman raised his right hand above his head, clenched his fist, and slammed his hand into the side of my face. My head snapped back. My glasses flew off. My right hand prevented me from landing on the floor. Benman walked away. This violent assault has witnesses. I'm 5'8", 160 pounds. Benman is 200-plus pounds. He is an artificially enhanced 200-plus pounds. Your subordinate, Andrew Reale, arrived. He took the official quote report, end quote. Benman and I went outside. Reale told me to wait in the sheriff's vehicle. Is it your policy to place the victim in the vehicle and allow the criminal an opportunity to explain his criminal actions? Reale demonstrated zero interest in my assault. He continued to talk to Benman. Benman approached the side of your police vehicle. He said, quote, I want to press charges against you. End quote. Benman used this language because he was coached by Reale. Reale coached this criminal guilty of assault and his manipulation. Reale told me I would have to go before a judge, and I thought that was bizarre. I responded, let's go. I was prepared to go to a judge to explain the facts and circumstances of this assault. After I responded, let's go, Reale changed his mind. Why? You must ask him. Reale's appalling behavior continued. End quote. Appearance ticket number 402507, end quote. To answer charge of, end quote. Reale wrote, quote, harassment second. End quote. This is ludicrous. This is a lie. How does Reale charge me with harassment second when Benman violently assaulted me? You must ask Reale that question, and you won't. Immediately. Such as, how did you conclude Chris Chichester is to be charged with harassment second? What did Chichester do or say that led you to charge him with harassment second? Did you inform Chichester that he's charged with harassment second? Why did you fail to inform Chichester that he's charged with harassment second? I only found out when I looked at the ticket he handed me. I went to the University of Rochester urgent care as I couldn't move my head from left to right. The nurse recommended I go to the hospital. I refused. because I'll never give Benman the satisfaction of knowing he sent me to the hospital. Your subordinate, Andrew Reale, arrived. The subordinate Andrew Reale is incapable of performing his duties. He utterly lacks the impartiality, fairness, and honesty required to enforce the law. He fails to display the character to wear a badge and carry a weapon. He is bankrupt. I expect you to do nothing about Deputy Andrew Reale. I expect you to empower this incompetent, pathetic excuse for an officer to violate the constitutional and civil rights of other innocent New Yorkers. The result of this disgusting day is your creation. I appear before Judge John Lomenzo Jr. I go to Monroe County Jail. Benman appears before Judge James P. Mully Jr. He is released. March 4th, 2019. Tony LaFountain, supervisor. Linda Cole, councilwoman. Paula Metzler, councilwoman. Andy Moore, councilman. Rob Quinn, councilman. Geriatric fascist stooge John P. Lomenzo Jr. Empowered pedophile Daniel DeLaus III. Geriatric fascist stooge John P. Lomenzo Jr. released DeLaus after he was arrested for offering candy to 2 children playing on Armentel Luster because of witness statements from people encountering his vile existence. Geriatric fascist stooge John P. Lomenzo Jr. identifies with the sexual predator. Geriatric fascist stooge John P. Lomenzo Jr. places every child in Penfield at risk of a despicable crime. Geriatric fascist stooge John P. Lomenzo Jr. has complete contempt for the safety of the most innocent and vulnerable in Penfield. Geriatric fascist stooge John P. Lomenzo Jr. exists in Penfield Town Court to create a nightmare of pain and suffering from every mother and father guardian in Penfield. Geriatric fascist stooge John P. Lomenzo Jr. is paid a nauseating $34,723 in taxpayer dollars to unleash a sexual predator in Penfield. Geriatric fascist stooge John P. Lomenzo Jr. believes guilt is innocence and innocence is guilt. Geriatric fascist stooge John P. Lomenzo Jr. must be removed immediately from Penfield Town Court by you. Christopher Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, Penfield, New York.